I've been doing gymnastics since I was 6 years old. I used to jump on the couch a lot when I was a kid, so my parents were looking for a way to channel all that energy, so they signed me up for some recreational gymnastics, and I've been doing it ever since. I wanted to join Kazam because when I moved to Ottawa, I found I was doing more of a desk job. I was much less active, and I'd been doing gymnastics, like I said, all my life. And I was looking for a way to continue with that training. And I found I didn't have the knowledge to design a program for myself, even if I could find a gym where I could go and train. And so I started looking for adult gymnastics programs in Ottawa. Found Kazam, and right from day one I knew that it was going to be a program that I was going to enjoy. It had everything I was looking for. The Kazam program is not what I had expected, but it's exactly what I needed, and I learned that very quickly from the beginning. Like, one of my goals when I first joined Kazam was I wanted to get back into tumbling, and I learned very quickly that my body just wasn't ready for it at that point. But at the same time, the program gave me a structure to continue to build on the foundation, so that I could continue to build on the skills, continue to develop, and then come back to tumbling when I was ready. So before I started with Kazam, I was noticing little aches and pains. I was getting like pain in my IT band when I go running, things like this. And so I realized within the first year of Kazam, a lot of those aches and pains started to go away. I was seeing more strength, more stability in joints like my hips and my shoulders that I didn't have before, that I didn't even know I was missing in some cases, right? So that was a big eye-opener for me, was to realize that there were some weaknesses that I hadn't been aware of before. My experience with Kazam has helped me not just listen to my body, but to understand what it's trying to tell me. And I've learned what are the exercises, what are the things I need to do to help me address those weak points, those pain points before they become a problem, right? So it's really a program that's helped me learn how to avoid injury. It's not a program that's going to give me, help me build skills in the short term at the risk of injury. This is a program that's helping me build a foundation to build on for continuous improvement, for constant growth, incremental growth in the long term. This is a program that's going to help me move for life. And so, if I'm still around in 40 or 50 years, I hope Kazam is too, because I plan to be here, and I know Kazam is going to give me the tools to get me there with the lifestyle that I'm going to enjoy for sure. So this is not just a program for going all out and doing the best you can in the short term. This is a program to help you build that foundation for the long term. It's movement for life. We have events like the benchmark days, and then it's not just me comparing my own performance to my past. You can see what other people are doing, and everyone's cheering each other on. It gives you that encouragement to try something that maybe you didn't think you could do, and then suddenly you find yourself doing something that you didn't think was possible. When you've got the foundations, often there'll be skills that I've been trying on and off, and then after a couple months of training, and then suddenly I'll come back to it, and then suddenly I notice that I can do something I didn't think I could. I'll get the muscle up will click, or I'll hit 2 minutes on a handstand, which I'd never done before. So it's just having those opportunities to push yourself when you're ready, and to build on the weak points when you're not. And having a really supportive community that's there to constantly tell you that you can do more than you think, without pushing you to the point of injury. I've been learning a lot recently that chasing goals can give you a temporary sense of accomplishment, but people tend to be happier when they're living according to their values. And what really stands out for me with Kazam are the values that are entrenched in everything from the programming to the social events to benchmark days and things like that. It's that valuing not just the short-term gains, but valuing long-term constant growth. It's a community that's very welcoming and inclusive and encouraging. Everyone's very positive. We're always cheering each other on, that sort of thing. So it's really the values that keep me coming back. The awesomeness happened for me like right away in the first year. Some of the aches and pains that I used to have that were going away, some of the skills that I used to struggle with that I started seeing getting easier and easier. Like, for example, I remember doing a couch stretch in like our first mobility classes in my first year, and it was so uncomfortable, and I was like, why am I doing this? It felt like I was punishing myself. And then a few months later, doing the same exercise again, the same stretch, and noticing, hey, this is a lot easier. Like, when did this happen? And so that's when I realized that this was going to help me grow. This isn't just something that I'm going to stress out in the short term. I also remember when I first started, I thought, I don't need a handstand class, I already know how to do a handstand. And then very quickly I realized there was so much more to learn and so much more to build on. Before Kazam, I was doing maybe handstands for about a minute or so. Since joining, I've hit 1:40 seconds. I hit 2 minutes last year for the first time. Like I expect that to just continue. So right from the first year, I could see the potential and I knew it was going to be awesome. And so I jumped at the chance to be a lifetime member. There was no hesitation for sure. So this year, like in our handstand classes, we're working on one-handed handstand, which has been kind of a dream of mine for a while. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting back to tumbling as well. I tend to have to alternate between like strength to make sure my joints and shoulders and stuff are ready for it, and then I go back into tumbling and I get to fly around for a bit, which is always fun. So there's been a few surprises, frankly. Like in our strength classes, we're working on like the human flag, which I never thought I would be able to do, and I'm finding myself doing, making progress in levels related to flag that I could never do before. So that's pretty exciting too. In 5 years, I would love to see myself being able to continue tumbling, getting that one-handed handstand, or handstand push-up even. Or if you ever bring back the parallel bars and pommel horse class, getting the full hip circle, that would be awesome too. It's never too late to be awesome. I can't think of a better slogan for this gym, honestly, and it totally resonates with me. Even though I've been doing gymnastics since I was a kid, it's just a constant reminder that it never has to stop. I never have to give that up. I can keep coming here and building on that for sure. And even for people who've never done gymnastics before, it's still a great place to learn that. And yeah, it's never too late. I've met people here of all ages, from all kinds of backgrounds, from all over the world. There's people here way older than I am that are still coming here to train, and it's fantastic. And someday I hope to be right up there with them.